Alrighty, welcome to the fifth and final set of the day. We've got ourselves another, yes, yet another Category B matchup today between Atletico Le Pew and AAOE-C. Very nice. So Atletico Le Pew, for one, was the runners-up, I think, in Category B last edition of Virgo Cup, which means that AAOE-C is going to have their hands full dealing with a strong team. So that's certainly something to keep in mind. Let's introduce them. We'll start with Red for no particular reason. Yeah, you hear me say that all the time, but I mean it. There's no reason. Trust me. That uptime command is not going to work, Neo, because my stream cut out. So it's only 51 minutes now. But I was actually aligned for like 6 hours before that. So, yeah. Anyways, in the red, we've got Krue playing as the Ethiopians, or Crew. In the yellow, we've got Raita playing as the Hindustanis. Then in the purple, we got Gas playing as the Saracens. Very nice. Then, on the other side for AAOE, we got Ox Gonzalo playing as the Britons. In the green, we have Mango 45 playing as the Gurjaras. Ooh, dangerous. And then in the blue, we have Rafos playing as the Tatars. Ooh, that is a very, very tricky pick. We shall talk about some Civ picks here for sure. There's stuff to talk about. Now, let me get comfortable here so we can talk about all of this while we look at two horses happily running over the hills. So peaceful. Tiger can't even see them. It's all nice. Now, Saracens, not much to say about that, nor about Ethiopians or Britons. Again, that's pretty straightforward. These are, very classic civilization, actually. Yeah, I was curious because you said it was the 5th or 6th set. Ah, I see. Yeah, 5th set, uptime only 50 minutes. Yeah, that looks weird, huh? Yeah, but we have actually been up for like 7 hours almost. Well, I think 6.5. I think that's where we're at right now. Anyways. Hindustanis. Now, Hindustanis do not get knights, which is kind of a mark down on them. However, their opponents, the Gurjaras, also don't get knights. They only get Shrivamsha riders. So it will be camel v camel this matchup, because you don't want to be making Shrivamsha riders against your opponent going camels. That would be kind of silly. So it's going to be camels for sure. Now, the problem is, Hindustanis lost that bonus that Indians used to get, which was extra pierce armor on their camels, which was kind of nice in these kind of matchup. They don't have that anymore, so they really reworked the civilization. They're not as strong, actually, as you'd think they would be, but, yeah. That also means that camel v camel, Hindustanis will lose to Gurjaras, because Gurjaras get more damage on their camels than Hindustanis get, because the bonus damage on the Gurjara camels applies also to other camels, which means you do more damage, which means 1v1, Gurjaras should win that. Of course, that is only 1v1. This is not a 1v1 game. This is a team game. The stream time says otherwise. Nuh-uh. You gotta ignore that. It's false information. False. We have some idle villagers there as well. There you go. Gonzalo fixed that for us. That leaves us really only one civilization to really talk about. That would be the Tatars. And we already saw one Tatars flying in Arabia before. And the thing is still the same. You cannot go Arbalest in the late game. You don't have Arbalest. So you kind of need to switch into Cavalry Archers before the end of the cast slate. Which is a risk, because that transition is awkward. You got to time that well. And the timing is best when your opponent is out of army. When he can't threaten you. So you get your numbers out first. So if you take a good fight in Feudal Age, feel free to open Cavalry Archers and Cast Slates. If, however, you didn't do that, it's better to stick with crossbows. Use that thumb ring that you get for free as a power spike, right? And then hit your opponent, destroy them, and then go for Cavalry Archers. Have we seen any Tatars victory so far? No. No, they have lost every single match. I don't remember Tatars winning a single match so far. Like, I don't remember. Maybe in that one game when we did have Tatars in Arabia. Tatars were actually doing really well. I remember them taking a few good fights on the hills and certainly pushing back the opponent. But I think the team still lost at the end of that. So, I mean, that was a loss, but not because of the Tatars. So, but I guess the curse still stands, doesn't it? Just like before, the Tatars are cursed. They really are. It's just because the one thing that they're good at, which is cavalry archers, is just so difficult to get to in games like this. It really is. Like, you need more closed maps in order to go for that. But then the problem is, if you have closed maps, there's also less to raid as cavalry archers. It's a double whammy. It's just never good, is it? We have some, we got some potential men-at-arms coming forward here. And again, I always say, going men-at-arms at the B level or even higher is risky because your opponents will have archers out, right? Their flanks, they will have archers out to defend against you. So it might not work. However, as we have one villager that is very close to dying here. However, Ethiopians get men-at-arms essentially for free. You get 100 gold, 100 food at the start of the next stage. You can certainly go for some men-at-arms if you feel like it. And look at the confusion that all of this is causing in Blue's base. As Blue walls in the scout actually, so Red is about to lose his scout. Yep, that ran in a little bit too far. They're trying to kill that one villager, but he's not going to get her. Very nice, and the wood line will be safe for now. But again, lots of quick walls that were needed here to keep these militia out. So this is totally fine for Red. Again, he doesn't even have to get the men-at-arms upgrade if he doesn't want it. You don't have to. Honestly, with the damage already done on these militia, maybe not even worth it anymore. I mean, the idle time that they're doing right now might already be enough. Yeah, look at that. Blue has got to go out of his berries. Oh boy. He's got Blue by the berries. You can interpret that as you will. And we have the Gurjara Camel Scout. They don't get Scout Cavalry, they get a Camel Scout instead. Now, the problem with that one is you don't have a lot of line of sight on that one because it's just a camel. However, they do bonus damage versus Cavalry. +6, which is basically 10 total attack, which is kind of nice to have. Alright, well, we got Teal forcing up that second archery range because you want to get your Britain's archery ranges working. Fortunately for Teal, it's not really in front of his gold now. I bet he wanted to wall out here, but that's not going to happen now. Not going to happen. You could have fought that with the villagers. Yeah, honestly on the berries, because it was not men-at-arms, fighting that with Vils was totally worth it here. So we have, looks like Green actually dealt with that. Cost him pretty much a scout, but in the end the Drush is dead, so at least there's that. It's fine now. Look at the archer count for Red. He's got 3 out, Blue at 2. So, I mean, it did this work, I guess. Cost some idle time. I'd still say it was worth it-ish. Purple putting a lot of pressure on Teal here, and especially he's trying to snipe those early archers coming out. And Teal should probably set the gathering point behind the archer range now. Unless he's making skirms, in which case that's fine. As Purple sees the skirmisher, and he's like, I'm out of here. There you go, he's going to run away. We have, we got a little bit of a micro battle on a hill, but the Ethiopian player does have the hill, so the Tatar player won't be able to exploit his awesome bonus, unfortunately. We see, where are Yellow? Yellow's going to the back of Green's base, so he's looking for damage in the back of Green's base right now. Green is in Red's base. He still has his Camel Scout. It did lose... Oh, it lost no HP. I think it's so important, by the way, for the Gujaras to keep that Camel Scout alive. You want to keep that alive as long as possible, because that's your strongest offensive unit against Scouts. As Yellow finds some damage, he's trying to at least. There's some Spearmen there to push that away. It's fine for now. Now, Teal managed to wall up the front of his base, so at least his gold is safe for now. It's also behind this wall, which you want a house wall behind at some point, obviously. Because you're up against Saracens, and Saracens will break through your base quite quickly. Look at that, Saracens being used against the blacksmith, because why not? We got one Spearman from Yellow pushing away this army for Green. As Green might focus down that scout. There you go, bam, 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 and there you go. That's still holding this hill. This is a really nice hill to hold. I also like that Red had some Spearmen with him. That's not the fight against Blue, because obviously that would be silly. But if Green decides to wheel around and come and attack Red when he's all by himself, having some Spearmen is nice. Of course, just when I said that, the Spearman going forward to attack and almost died. So we have, Yellow getting hit in the wood line. Ouch, has to abandon that wood line. Some nice damage there for Green, who had to, of course, kill a Spearman to do that. Oh no, actually the Spearman was all the way out here. And Green does get a villager, but at the cost of a scout. Almost. We have, we have the freaking Saracen player almost taking down the blacksmith. No upgrades for you. Teal actually wisely decided to just get that upgrade anyway. That's going to delay his castle age time, obviously. But the blacksmith stays up as Teal actually taking a fight now with the plus +1 armor. Now, what you want to do here, right? You want to switch up this army, right? Switch up the army, take all the skirmishers, put those in front, right? You want to micro it like that, and keep the archers behind. That way, if purple doesn't micro his units, his archers will be attacking skirmishers and not do any damage whatsoever. So that is, at least that's how I would approach the fight. Of course, you need good micro for that, obviously, which that's really the problem, isn't it? We got Red Woodline being harassed right now as Red's army was completely out of position, and Blue is using that time to do some damage. Now, Red also deleting his lumber camp right now. As a result, you know, that will be costly to replace, and Blue is still chasing this. Now, Red will probably catch this army from behind now. Actually, no, Red is going to go forward. So in the end, Red has a lot of villagers here that are being chased by an army that could certainly kill these villagers. And there's a tiger! The tiger is joining as well. Red thought that he could just be man and machine against nature, and now Gaia striking right back. You were too cruel to nature, he said. Okay, I'll stop. I'm sorry. Anyways, we got a fight being taken in the middle of the base of Purple and Teal, as Purple is chasing his entire army with villagers, as Teal is microing down Purple's units. Ay, 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 ay. It's certainly a disaster. It's not so good for Red, at least. We'll check back in a second, as Purple, because he fought with villagers, does end up clearing Teal's army. The thing is, though, that's a lot of idle time. A lot of idle time. What about those vills? One survived. That's not good. That's not good at all, Red. That's not good. Aye. Alright, well, there you have it. One villager lives, as we have one green villager sneaky in the back of Purple's base. And Purple can't see it. No! Purple can see it! Green, not sneaky enough. Need more sneak. Oh no. Now Purple will know. Did Red do damage with his forward? Oh, right, we should probably check that. Yeah, he did damage. Look at that. Some villager that died. So he did get a few vill picks in the wood line of this. Kills a scout, and Blue doesn't have an army back home now to deal with this. His army is all the way in the middle of the map, and now it's Blue who has to scramble home to protect his base. We have more forward buildings from Green. Green's a strange player. And Green, strange as he is, still makes it into the wood line for Yellow. And ow, that's gotta hurt. That's gotta hurt big time. But don't lose the Camel Scout. Okay, Camel Scout goes down. That's unfortunate. Update on the house. It's still there, and Green might even move his villager. A tower forced up now for Blue, but Red moves in anyways and executes villager after villager. All the while losing archers, obviously, but it was, I mean, he got like 5 villagers for 8 archers. You know, that might be worth it, maybe. I think it's worth it because Blue, I don't know. Because Red is really behind in the archer count now. But since Blue's not attacking right at the moment, maybe that might not be a problem, so we'll see. God, my language use, maybe might, jeez. Use 1. God. So yeah, Blue's still sniping some villagers. As Yellow now, he's had it with that. He's had it with these foreigners trampling all over his farm ground. Unacceptable. Jeez. The problem is that you lose mass. Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm struggling to see if that was worth it or not. Because he got 5 vills, but he also lost his massive archers. And in the end, he's still behind in the vill count because of the damage that he took. So I don't know, man. We got Yellow. Ooh, Yellow going for some revenge in Green's wood line. And Green is going to fight with Bills. But these scouts have upgrades, don't they? Yep, they have armor and they have bloodlights and attack. Run! Run, Forest, run! Or run, Mango, run. Ah! Okay, Camel Scout. Oh, he's making some Camel Scouts. Wow. See, that's the nice thing about Gojara's. If you're behind in the scout now, you just make some Camel Scouts and bam, they're immediately camels if you get to Castellate. It's an expensive unit though, but hey, look at that. Could have been much worse for Green there. We have Red trying to hit the wood line, but yeah, not much damage that Red can do at the moment. Red's on the way to Castellate, so is Blue. Green just made it. Yellow just made it. Yellow's going to go for another town center, so he's thinking about getting less military out. Yeah, certainly so. Look at that. Okay, it's 2 stables, but that's about it. There's going to be fewer camels. More economy for the Hindustani player, makes sense. As green walled in the gold, because why not? And now he's going to go for a stable. A stable that can be spotted by purple if he was paying attention. Which I'm not sure if he has been paying attention. It's been here for a while, actually. Hang on, hang on. He just forced drop off. I think purple noticed. I think he noticed. That villager is dead. Okay. Yeah, send the rest back to work. Just take 2 villagers and chase the vill down, and you're fine. Okay, green, can we go for the quick wall? For the quick wall. Go on, for the money. For the money. Quick wall? Oh, never mind. Archer's here. Ouch! The spy was executed. Yep. If you know anything about military history, you know that if you're a soldier, you might be a POW. But if you're a spy, you'll usually be executed because you're not a military member. Therefore, you don't have the rights of a military person. That was the rule of law, at least. I think that's still actually the case. Like, spies are just considered non-citizens, essentially. Like, you can just kill those, basically. As we have Red, you know, Red thought the stable looked a little bit alone, so he decided to build some buildings next to it. You know, look at that. It's like, you know, everyone's working together. I mean, Yellow is sending his ambassadors as well to kill some of these palisades so that Green can actually mine the gold at some point. Very nice. Got some camels coming forward now. We have 3 town centers dropped by the Gujarat players, getting the 2nd armor upgrade. Very nice. Essential. And some Shravamsha riders. In the meantime, though, blue again hitting this wood line as green makes it to the town center. Will that even go up? 87%. He is so lucky that this is not knights right now, because knights would have wrecked the crap out of red. For sure. Alright, it's red and blue kind of just passing here, but ooh, that's scary. Ethiopian player gets 2 hits in, and blue losing crossbows really quickly here. Ethiopian player lacking ballistics, but so does the Tatars player. Alright, now back up to a hill. Back up to a hill. There you go. Alright, Tatars player have a hill. Now let's see how it's gonna go. We have thumb rings, so at least, right, the firing rate will be somewhat similar. As Yellow gets a surround in on Blue. Blue trying to micro his way out of there, but look at the Gujarat camels are going to make all the difference in the world here. They have more upgrades as well, more armor, more attack, and now Red is fine. Because of course it's just camels, and camels die really quickly. And bam, look at that, Ethiopian archers are no joke. Ironically, the Tatars also did not have the hill bonus, so there you have it. And this is where camels kind of fall short, because if there's no knights to kill, then suddenly camels are just a trash unit, really, in these team games. You can't raid, you can't fight archers, what can you do with them? Well, kill knights, but those aren't on the field, guess what? So, yeah. Maybe that's a nice counter to Gujaras, basically. Make your own camels, then there's little to kill for the Gujarat player. We have Teal kind of chasing around Yellow, who's just looking for some damage with some scouts. You know, they have upgrades, they could technically kill stuff. Quick wall fails, but Yellow's not gonna run in there. He's just running around causing idle time. It's worth it as long as he runs around. It's certainly worth it, as long as you don't mess up your own APM because of that. In the meantime, in all this distraction, Purple is just gonna break in through the front door and says, "Hello, hello there. How you doing? Good to see you, neighbor. Here are some arrows. Enjoy." Teal immediately responding to with a siege workshop. He has enough crossbows to defend himself, but again, those crossbows are chasing scouts in the back of his base. Look at that. Just running around with them was completely throwing off Teal. Did you just say, "Hello there"? I certainly did, Fidel Castro. And I'll say it again. Hello there. How's my favorite dictator doing? As the camels once again slaughtering one another, showing once again how futile war is. Everyone just dies and no one wins. What is this? General Kenobi. I like General Kenobi. He was my favorite in the prequels, for sure. Without Ewan McGregor, the prequels wouldn't have done as well as they did. For sure, because there were certainly some other things that were kind of goofy about them. Alrighty. Well, again, like, it's just camel v camel, and honestly, it's not really swinging in favor for either side here. I mean, Gujaras versus Hindustanis has been pretty even, helped by the fact that the Hindustanis have such a such an easy time booming. Look at that, 40 Cs already for them. It's the 80 villagers for Yellow already, only 58 for Green. So Green has had some idle TC time for sure. Let's check that. Let's check it. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. That's 13 minutes of ILTC time. So green has been trying to get more camels out, has not been booming. Yellow, as a result, has more economy, can go more camels out, and that will negate the extra camels from the Gojira player. So, not to mention, both sides just die in the crossbows, and I really wonder why no one got ballistics. Why did no one get ballistics? It's kind of an upgrade to get, as, oh boy, castle needs to go up here. Blah, 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 blah. There you go. All right, calculated. Very nice. And you did not just hear me make those sounds. No, that's interference. That didn't happen. Stairs and crossbows taking out stables, because why not? Always we say hello there. We expect that answer. General Kenobi, didn't you know General Grievous, War of the Clone? That's true. That's true. Leave him to me. That's General Grievous. And then he coughs because he is also he's an asthmatic robot. That's also one of the best lines of the prequel for sure. Well, hello there. It's said in such a dry manner. It's really funny. Anyways, I'm struggling to see what I need to look at here. We got blue hitting the wood line for red once again. We got yellow barely taking out blue's crossbows on this side, but he's going to be able to do it with numbers here. We got green running all around with camels. We have teal running into purple space, who is really struggling to keep himself alive as... Purple. Ugh. Oh my god. Oh, so you like Star Wars? Every day you're greater. Of course I like Star Wars. Star Wars is the best freaking thing ever. I mean, it's literally, for me, it's Indiana Jones, Lord of the Rings, and then Star Wars. But it's so close. It's so close. I love all of that. You know, it's great. I mean, must say I'm not the biggest fan of the new Star Wars. It's, well, yeah, let's not talk about that. I could probably rant for hours about that, actually. So let's not do that. Oh, sure, Ramshire Riders coming in. All right, is that going to make the difference? Because if it's just camels, purple wins this. Purple micros, but the Shravamshire Riders stay alive. Let's see how that fight is going to go. Kind of a surround coming in. Green also deleting in hells. And look at that. Purple is just giving up. And the crossbows are getting massacred. Again, if this had just been camels, I think purple would have been able to out-micro this and just kill all of this. But green actually gets the clear up. And purple is completely out of army again. Very nice. They lost points the other day because he hasn't played The Last of Us. I'm sorry, I have it lined up, okay? I have the game right here. I could play it tomorrow if I will. Don't worry. It's just because I'm so busy casting for you all. You know, I don't have the time to play a very engrossing mushroom zombie game. Alright, well, we got yellow. Of course, yellow doesn't have Shravamshire Riders, and look at the difference. He can't kill this crossbow mass. So, AAOE is, they're doing okay on this map. They're doing fine. They have the score lead. They have the military lead as well, but they are slightly behind in the vill count. That's the only thing. But, I mean, purple's base was kind of ransacked. We have teal running through yellow's base as well, and yellow has nothing to stop that because he doesn't have knights. I don't know, man. We have red still, who has 60 villagers and not a whole lot of crossbows as well. Yellow. Oh no, it's a doughty C. Oh, if yellow can't distract the crossbows, that's never gonna go up. Oh, disaster. Titanic. Cue the Titanic music like Rokola likes to do. Oh man. Ouch, it's a doughty C. That's gotta hurt. Not looking too good for Atletico Le Pew, is it? Are they going to be able to come back into this game? Because it's really the military count where they're really falling behind now. And the fact that the Gojira player gets to add Shravamshire Riders makes it so much easier for them to fight flanks. And no, the GG is called and Atletico Le Pew taps out on Arabia. First game goes to AAOE-C. Alrighty. That was a really hectic game, but at the end, the attacks from AAOE running through purple space, yellow space, and then also red space, starting to play, you know, starting to really take a toll on Atletico Le Pew. You started to see that their military count started to dip. They weren't able to keep up anymore, and that's what that does. And I think, right, Hindustanis just struggle with Gujaras. Yeah, like you can't make knights, right? So you struggle against flanks, so you can't really attack on your own. Gurjara player can easily add in some Shravamsha riders, which are really nice against archers. That's exactly what they're useful for. They have a great bonus, that regenerating shield, I mean. Which means that green can always take individual fights. He can always go and help his flanks attack the opposing flanks. But yellow must have flank support. So then when purple's army got destroyed and red's army got destroyed, you see that yellow just can't deal with this. He can't. This many crossbows, you just cannot kill it with camels. Unless you have heavy camels, maybe Saracens with extra HP, and you're lucky you get a surround. That's kind of it. Otherwise, you are up creek without a paddle, as we say. Or lost. Yeah, so well played by both teams. It was a pretty close matchup, but in the end, AAOE gets their victory. Very nice. Alright, let's have a look at the statistics. We have awesome KD for the Britons player. No surprises there. That's just kind of what Britons do with their extra range. You know, run around and mess up everyone's day. Huh? That's what they do. Then we've got a pretty good KD for Gurjaras. It's fairly equal to yellow, but you see that yellow's KD is a lot worse. It's because he lost a lot of camels to crossbows. You know, that right there is Teal's, half of Teal's extra kills. That's all yellow's camels right there. Yeah, difficult to deal with. And on the other side, red wasn't able to get a decisive engagement against Tatars. And look at that, the Tatar player actually helping to win a game. And it's not like blue was losing or anything. Blue was also running in here and doing damage and things like that and dominating. So I think we can safely say that Tatars aren't cursed this tournament. Good to know. Good to know. Now we know for sure. It's recorded fact that Tatars have won a game, in fact, in Virgo Cup. This is very important information for us to deal with. I just want to see the economy real quick. Yeah, yellow had a great economy. He boomed earlier than green did, but you see that green started catching up relatively soon as well. And especially, he didn't have to reproduce his army all the time, which is something that yellow had to keep doing because he kept losing his camels, which does strain your economy as well. But the rest was fairly even, actually. So really, what I want to see now is who was the fastest player. Bam. It was Gas. All right, purple, the fastest, with 75 APM on average. He was doing a whole lot of things then. Good stuff. I mean, again, just for reference, right? That's per minute. So that's on average more than one action per minute. That's how fast that is. That's crazy. So just so you know. Pretty good. Alright, now, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, right. GG's. Let's go to the second game, shall we? Oh yes. Now, first point for AAOE-C. Very nice for them, obviously. Yeah, they look strong in the last game that I cast them against MGG, but again, Atletico Le Pew is a very strong team, so this is definitely no joke. This. Now, let's see what Atletico Le Pew can do on their home map, and also, I really want Atletico Le Pew to win. I am rooting for Atletico Le Pew. No, again, not because I'm like, oh yeah, this team, I'm just randomly picking a team. It's because I really want this game to go 1 to 3 games, and 2, because then we get to see the home map for AAOE-C, which is Atoll. But first we go to Atacama, which usually has the shortest games on average because it's Atacama. Although not necessarily, we saw today that a late game in Atacama is possible and it's awesome. So, we'll see what we're gonna get. Let's go Atacama. And load. There we go. Perfect. Here you have it. Welcome to Atacama. That is not a lot of wood lines. This kind of looks like a bird. See it? Like the head is right there, and then the tail, and then it's kind of like a nice chest out here. Well, look at that. It's a bird wood line. I love it. Anyways, well, welcome to the second game. Obviously, it's 1-0 for AAOE-C. So let's change some colors around because I want to be able to see everything. Now, let's introduce the players of the whose home map this is. In the purple, we have Gas playing as the Lithuanians. In the yellow, we have Tuma coming in for Atletico playing as the Magyars. And then we have Krue playing as the Vietnamese in the red. Alright, always nice to know where exactly your opponents are. Look at that. Except on this side. Ooh, it's so difficult to see because it's dark. There you go. Alright, in the blue then, we have Rapos playing as the Teutons. Wow, alright, we got ourselves the Teutons. That's a pretty good stuff. Huh. In the green, we've got Mango playing as the Mongols as the pocket. Interesting pick. Mongols. And on the other side, we have Berbers for Ox Gonzalo in the teal. Wow, that is 3 cavalry civs right there. That means that AAOE, they want to put on a lot of pressure, don't they? They probably want to put on a lot of pressure with scouts, I'm thinking. You know, Mongols in the middle makes me think, do they want to get Mangudai out? Or is that the plan here? Allowing the flank cavalry civs to keep yourself safe? I mean, it's certainly a strategy, but I'm wondering how that's going to go. As said, wow, red and blue are going to have to share this wood line very closely, actually. Yeah, we'll see. Anyways, we got, just Deal bringing in his board. Purple didn't scout that yet, so you won't be able to lame that for now. Yeah, it won't be in time. It's difficult to lame. You're still kind of far away. Although, again, the Vietnamese player knows exactly where the opponents are, so it's certainly a possibility, but I guess in the end, everyone gets their boars in, and we're fine. Things that we need to check. Imagine if Purple forgets about a scout, and then Teal sees it, sends some villagers, and walls in the scout in this little oasis. I mean, what a nice place to die, but god damn it, that would be very, very, very embarrassing. As, Teal getting in the first hit on the scout for Purple. First blood, I guess, one might call it, although it wasn't a kill. Which also means that if the scouts meet again, Purple will be at a disadvantage. Because no scout is stronger than the other scout in Dark Age. I kind of like the fact that the developers have decided to go with that. Like, even out the Dark Age across the board, making sure that no civilization really has a particularly stronger Dark Age. It's really particular. And if they do have a stronger Dark Age, their mid-game usually is less good. Like, Mongols have an exceptionally strong Dark Age because of the hunt, but their mid-game is kind of trash. Right? And the Lithuanians here used as the flank as well. Also not the best mid game because your economy isn't particularly good then. So we'll see. With Lithuanians in this map as a flank, I would drush at the start more so with a Vietnamese ally. And that makes a lot of sense. We were just going to talk about Lithuanians as the flank because we've seen multiple teams go for this strategy as well. Although I don't know if that's what's happening here. I think instead we're getting an 18-pop scout rush. That's what we're getting. So I think they picked Lithuanians not for the drush, but instead for the fast uptime to get some scouts out. Question is, though, you're going to be up against Berbers, who will probably do the same thing, have a pretty good scout uptime as well. Although, actually, I'm saying that, but we're lacking some food here for Teal. So Teal's uptime is not going to be the best then. Okay, well, that's good to know. Yeah, no. Because we have the Mongol player going up. We have the Lithuanian player going up. Well, actually, what am I saying? It's fine. It's fine. If you compare it to everyone else, it's just the same. Going to be up at 20 pop scouts, I suppose. Once you finish this board, you'll see the food count spike, and then you will be able to click up. There is a high chance to get someone's wood line with a drush. Right. Yeah, so indeed, what Max is talking about here is that you use the fact that you get 150 food for Lithuanians, and you make some militia with that, you drush someone's wood line, try to find some kills. Now, the irony is that there's actually no wood line to hit except the ones right next to Teal's base. Because Teal and Green, they haven't gone to the middle just yet, so there's actually nothing to raid right now. Something that Purple might be aware of. He did scout a bit of the wood line, he just didn't see anything. So there's that. But instead, it's going to be a fast scout rush. Now, Lithuanians are the only civ that can reliably do this because they get that extra food. Allows you to get up faster than anyone else, right? That's about it. Yeah, look at that. Red and blue, they're so close. They can see each other from there. Look, they can see each other on the wood line. It's so close. That is not going to last long, that piece over on that side. I can tell you that much. As blue hopefully realizes that is not walled. You need to hold. That's a hole. Also, the back is not walled either, so we'll see. Oh, wait, what? Okay, well then, Lithuanian player going for an 18-pop archer rush. Crazy. That doesn't seem right? Or is that sounds like really expensive. Can you afford archers from 1 archer range with Lithuanians at 18 pop? Double archer range even? Jeez, this guy's crazy. It's gonna take a while before the archers come out, and by that time, I think TL, yeah, he will box wall up his wood line. This looks nice, actually. Little box. Something that Purple is now aware of, and now he's letting Teal know that he knows about this. And Teal, he could lose a villager. Okay, Purple's gonna run away now. I don't know about this. An early Lithuanian archer roaches, we have a tower now dropped from the Teutons. Yeah, of course you drop a tower, right? With the extra garrison space, loads of vills in there, Red losing some vills in the wood, and yeah, Red is gonna have to abandon this wood line now. He's gonna have to move somewhere else. He's probably gonna try to go to Yellow's wood line, probably. As yeah, this was easy, right? This was really a matter of who gets the few lates first. Blue got up first, drops the tower, bam, you win. Like, and Red is already kind of screwed now. You're Vietnamese without wood. Okay, Red's gonna go down here, but of course he's hounded by the enemy scouts. They're kind of weak though, so Yellow scouts will be able to defend him here. Let's see what Purple is doing. Purple setting his archers forward. Teal dropping a predictable tower here. That makes sense. Tower will keep Teal safe. He might take a loss here. The weak villager might go back to the back of the wood line. Yeah, Purple's gonna have to abandon this wood line now. This is all good. Again, this is fine, right? This is fine. The fact that you have to drop a tower on Atacama is okay. That's fine. As Blue is trying to get another tower up, but there is some scouts there now. I wish that the Mongol player would send some scouts forward to back this up, actually. So we have a tower now going up from Blue. Is that going to go up, though? Because Red is just going to rush that down. Didn't wall that in. The scout from Green can't help here. Blue taking a risk here. I think that's a bit of an overinvestment. And Blue, realizes that it's going to go back home now. Drop the tower somewhere else a bit further away. Now Yellow bringing out a spearman, meaning that Green can't be anywhere near, and Blue is taking a lot of risk here, man. Alright, now this is Virgo Cup Atacama, the incredibly aggressive, hellish map. The other one's completely different, much less snowballable. Yeah, this looks more like the Atacama from Virgo Cup. You can see it down there, VC7 Atacama, as Red is trying to keep this tower from going up, and Yellow is here killing the village, and Blue gets the tower up, but you don't get murder holes anymore in feudal age. You have to go to castle age first. Unfortunately, that's not going to save you. Now, you can, of course, push Yellow away for now, but Red is still going to rush this tower down in the end. Loses the archer, though, so I guess at this point you will fight. As Blue is just going to abandon the tower. Okay. Or something. Blue! He didn't react in time. He's gonna lose some vills as a result. Magyar scouts, remember, more attack on these. This is why I love Magyars as the Atacama Civ, because you can always get some awesome scouts out. Ouch. I kind of like it, maybe drush each side if no wood line yet, deny them, and then go tower everywhere or something. Too little wood anyway, maybe too expensive. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't think Purple's rush has done too much so far. I mean, like, the wood line is safe, Teal is fine. Most of the economy over here can't be drushed, right? Because it's too close to the TC. The only thing is that Teal doesn't have a reliable gold income right now. He is making scouts, though, so again, he doesn't need that. Which also means that it's fairly easy for the Atletico Le Pew team to just go for some spearmen now, because you're only seeing scouts from your opponent for now. That means instant spearmen. That's always the play. Gotta make some spearmen. If there's no archers, you can always make that as, ooh, nice pickles there for Purple. So in the end, the archers do find some value in Green's base, which is very nice. And Green is also hasn't gone to the middle yet, so Green's base actually isn't very safe for him. I don't like the fact that we're chopping wood like this. I think Green should just take the risk and go to the middle like everyone else. That is just how this map is supposed to be played. If you really don't want to be in an unsafe spot, go to somewhere in the middle. Like, if you go right there, wall here, wall there, bam, your wood line's completely safe. It's fine. Okay, Green just realized. Okay, there he goes. There you go. You got Blue, yeah, his tower's walled in. He's trying to tower behind the wood line. Oh, it actually kills the villager. Oh, poor villager. She was just happily chopping and bam, dead. Meantime, though, we got archers in the back of Blue's bases. Blue is, loses one villager. He's gonna lose another one because that can't run away in time, is it? Wait. Ah, what a boss. He made it. Look at him go with that strut of his. Like, yeah, that's right. Arrows can't hit me. I'm safe. That's right. I'm a real American villager. Actually, he's Teutons, so you should be talking in a German accent. I'm an American villager, yeah? I run away. But here comes, well, red is just looking around, sniping the spearmen, very nice, making sure that blue can defend themselves against the scout rush, and this is why spearmen don't work if your opponent makes archers. So unlike Atletico Le Pew, blue can't be making spearmen here to protect himself, because those don't do anything once archers are around, because it's too easy to snipe them. Green on the wood. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Green! He didn't protect his wood line. He didn't wall it in or tower it or anything. Disaster. He didn't react to this either. Yellow is here as well. Everyone coming this way. Mag, you're seeing the wood line over here for green. And all green's villagers are going to get killed here, aren't they? Oh my god. Oh, that is disastrous. Green down to 23 villages, and I'm just not seeing the strategy from AAOE. It doesn't seem like they really feel comfortable on a map like this. I mean, the tower rush was cute, but now that that's over, now what? I mean, we got no army from blue outside of few trash units. We got no army from green outside scouts that keep dying to archers. We got no army from teal outside of skirmishers. Not looking very hot here for AAOE-C. That's looking good for us, though, because then we'll go to a third game. Nah, I mean, I do want to be neutral. Is there still stuff that AAOE-C can do here? They are starting to fall behind in the vill count. I mean, they're lucky that their opponents also had some TC idle time. As you can see, almost 6 minutes for purple, almost 5 minutes for red, 1:30 for yellow. So yellow was fine, actually. Which is why he's ahead in the vill count. Look at the difference that makes, by the way. 37 versus 31 and 30. Damn. They could have been ahead way more in the vill count, actually, if they had kept their TCs rolling. Well. It's my Royal Highness. Well, hi there, my loyal subject, Sergwa. Nah, just joking. How you doing, man? Yes, we have purple. Well, purple's just everywhere with archers right now. I mean, I was kind of suspect about, kind of like unconvinced by the early Lithuanian archer rush, but he certainly made it work. And if anything, right, it definitely made sure that purple wasn't counterattacked for a really long time. And now that he is counterattacked, look what it is. It's skirmishers, which purple is fine with. He just fights with villagers, goes to stone, bam. We're all good on this side. Got a stable going up now, so you know it's not going to be ranged units forever for the Lithuanian player. Once you get the castellates, those cool knights come out, and that is, of course, the best unit to go for. You just got home for work. Well, I'd say let's get rested with some awesome AoE too, huh? Hope you had a good day, though. No, green, don't fight archers. Not when someone micros. This isn't skirmishers. These are archers with fletching. They will kill you. Need to organize the 3 matches of my group. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Well, we're looking forward to that, of course, huh? One more villager staying outside too long. Yep, she didn't hear the bell, and as a result, she wasn't saved by the bell. Look at the army count. 40 to 14. I'm seeing bases completely circled like vultures around around a dying man in the desert. Literally, it's Atacama. Please, this tower needs to go up 80%. No. Down. It's a down tower on stone. That's always so ironic if that happens. As the villagers are running into the desert where they will die of thirst. I think we are going to a game 3. Disasters indeed. With firm wood control for Atletico Le Pew. The only one we still has wood is the guy who dropped 2 Teuton towers on the wood line. But I just don't see it anymore. It's 94 to 111 villages. It's just gonna get worse from here. There's archers everywhere. And now we'll see that even though teal made it to the castellates, everyone on Atletico's team is going to castellates. Blue just clicked up, but green is forever feudal. But still, hoping for his teammates to come and save him. I mean, the skirmishers will do the trick if teal actually patrols instead of walks. Okay, there you go. And at least there's that. But yeah, red has got a lot of archers out here. Poor green. Down to 23 villagers, and he doesn't have any wood whatsoever. Because he's been kicked off at his wood line. Purple putting pressure on teal's base as well. But teal's getting some knights out, so purple should probably pull this back. It's nice to put pressure and idle your opponent, but at this point, you're in feudal age still, and your opponent is in castellate. You see stables with flags. That's already too late, really. You want to just already be going back. I think purple is just busy with other things over here. I guess we had a little bit of engagement down here. Like some archers went down for purple. We missed that though. In the end, red runs out with an army. There's some spearmen here for purple, and purple is... Yeah, see, there you go. This is what happens. This is what happens. The knights pop out. They have some armor, but they're still knights, and bam, they destroy everything. The deal is going to be okay here. But in the end, the firm lead is still in control of Atletico Le Pew. Now that they're getting up the castle age as well. It will be crossbow for red, and red is going to stay on his own side now to harass the Teuton player. And the Teutons aren't very happy when arrows start flying into their base. It's kind of their nightmare. Because if you try to chase that, good luck with no husbandry on your knights. What's going on over here? Magyar scouts trying to get some kills on the woodline, and also did get some kills on the woodline. As green is trying to fight that, but green has no... Oh, he actually does have upgrades on his scouts. Okay, never mind. No bloodlines though. Magyars do have bloodlines, and as a result, look at the damage they were able to do. I mean, in the end, the scouts will get cleared up. In the end, but here comes red, and red was told by his Magyar buddy, like, hey, there is someone in green's base. We can kill some vills here. Green, please don't run out here. There's 22 vills. That's like a third of his economy right there. Green, run. No, there's 4 villages of wood. Red's gonna find it. He sees the bill still. He can just chase that. No. And blue is saying, yo, the crossbow army, you can't stay around. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No. Green. Oh, that's gotta be the GG, right? If green gets hit again and loses a third of his economy when he's below 20 bills, yeah, look at that. GG is called by green. He realizes, GG, well played. There is just nothing that a AAOE-C could do here. Atletico Le Pew played them out of the map. The desert belongs to Le Pew. That much is clear. And nothing that teal or blue could do was going to stop that. GG. What a masterclass in Atacama here, by the way. Because remember, the guys with the towers, that was AAOE-C. But Atletico Le Pew, they just ignored the towers, made army, and that's what it's all about. Because you notice the army count, and I'll show you, the army count for AAOE-C. Look at the difference. You know, 16, 24, 31, right? We got 30, 29, 37. And remember, that's all scouts and archers, not trash units, which is what most of the units that AAOE-C was making, that's what they were. They were trash units, which is just trash units and scouts, which just aren't gonna cut it in the late game. The longer the game goes, I mean. So yeah, really well played by Atletico Le Pew. This was pretty much what you need to do in Atacama. This is what it looks like. And yes, this was of course the tournament version of Atacama, which is even worse than the normal version. But of course, that's more entertaining for us to watch, isn't it? Yeah, better economy there for Atletico Le Pew, sort of. I mean, it's kind of even, but again, what they did with their economy was much more effective than what AAOE-C was doing. Are we really going to see Atoll? Yes, we are. Yes, we are, precious. We are gonna see Atoll because it is 1-1, which means we have to go. These are the rules. We have to go to the home map for AAOE-C, and that map is Atoll. Yes, here. It's a scoop on the channel. Never before seen. Well, I mean, it might have been seen before, but never before seen. We got to see Atoll. Now, this map might suck donkey balls, but in the end, we do have to see it. We want to see if this map is any good, and it is probably gonna be really good. So buckle up, buckaroo. The final and third game of Atletico Le Pew versus AAOE-C on Atoll. Let's go. I'm not even going to update the scoreboard. I'm so excited. And there we have it. Look at it. So nice! Welcome to Atoll! The first time that I get to show you this frickin' map. Well, here we are. The home map for AAOE-C. I don't know if they picked it for me or if they just liked the map. Either way, I am very happy now because I was afraid I would never get to see this map because everyone kept banning it. Which means if everyone bans it, probably no one wants to play it, which means if you know how to play this map, you actually have a leg up over your opponent. It's 4D chess, right? You play the maps no one likes to play, that way no one will know how to play them, and you get an advantage. Alright, now, let's introduce the players of the team whose home map this is, which will be AAOE-C. So, we got Ox Gonzalo in the blue as the Japanese. In the green, we've got Mengo playing as the Persians. And then in the teal, we have Lockward coming in for his team, playing as the Byzantines. Alright, I like these civs. These look like really good hybrid civs. Byzantines with fire galleys, Persians as a hybrid civ, really good. Japanese are pretty good as a hybrid civ. I'm liking this so far. On the other side, we've got Poles for Rayita in the purple. Oh boy, Poles on Atoll. Is that gonna be good or not? We'll get to see. In the yellow, we've got Gas playing as the Sicilians. I like that. And in the red, we have Tuma playing as the Koreans. Are we gonna get to see some turtle ships? That would be awesome, wouldn't it? Don't think that's useful here though, but honestly, why not? I want to see it. Now, I finally get to talk about this freaking map. Welcome to Atoll. So what is this map like? It's essentially kind of like Migration, right? That's kind of what it looks like. You start on your own island with good starting resources. You see, you got your berries, you got your gold, you got some boars and some turkeys, as you can see, some stone. You know, but not a whole lot, right? It's only one stone gold pot, actually. Wow, you could easily deny that then. Imagine if you strike your opponent, say Teal comes in with some pressure over the shadows, hits the gold, and then purple. Where does he go? He doesn't have any gold whatsoever. If you want extra gold, you'll have to go through the mainland. See that? Lots of mainland stuff going on. We have red fighting against blue. The blue scout is still alive, whereas red scout took a lot of damage from the TC fire. So yeah, guess he paid for the scouting almost with his life. Now, in the middle, you got all these extra resources. Lots of wood lines, lots of stone, lots of relics, even some deer. Again, this is where the late game will take place. Players will have to expand into the middle. However, right, there is also a lot of fish to be found. You're going to have to balance that land play with water play. And let's see how much fish that actually is. Let's see if I can click one of them. Hang on. I know how to do this now. You click one, you zoom out, and boom. Look how easy that is now. It's 50,000 food. That's pretty decent. There's definitely some fish to go for. I wouldn't say it's like critical, but I think docking is a good idea here. Now, because you're on an island, it is fairly easy to wall up your map. However, you got to be careful with shallows like this. See that? You got to wall all of this now. Otherwise, you know, red could still walk right into your island. And this, of course, is kind of funny, right? Because not every island is connected, see? If blue wants to go to green, he has to go all the way like this instead of being able to cross over. Whereas teal has a lot of connections. He's got a connection with green, with the mainland, and one with purple, right? So it really depends on what kind of island you get. Like, for example, here, yellow, he's got only one connection with the mainland. He could easily wall this up, and there's no way to hit him over land. And look, yellow's just going to do that as well. He scouted it and noticed, okay, I'm just going to wall that up. No more attacks on me. So it really depends. You got to scout. What do the shadows do? Because the shadows don't do the same thing every game. It's not like everyone has a connection with the mainland and with another island. It really isn't like that. Sometimes you might not even have a connection with the mainland at all. Like, this is barely a connection with the mainland also. So, yeah, it depends. It depends. And there you have it. So, what civilizations could be good on a map like this? Now, I kind of like the civ picks for AAOE-C here already. Like Byzantines with fire galleys, awesome. We got Persians, which are a great hybrid civ, also good. Lithuanians are a good hybrid civ. You could go for a full water civ as well, although I think you should be careful doing that. And just think about it. It's like going full water on migration as well, right? Which is a thing, but in the end, the main battle is on the mainland, right? It's on the mainland in the middle. So you need to have a civ that can also perform on the mainland, not just water. His bridges are crazy. I once got a generation in single player where the pocket was only connected to his flank, so he's virtually unraidable. Exactly, that's what I mean. Exactly what I mean. So there's no way to know what your shallows are going to be like. You can't predict if you're going to have a safe island or not. So you're just going to have to scout and wall accordingly. Or not wall at all. You don't have to wall. You know, some people don't like to wall at all. That's fine. We have a drush now. All right, a Polish drush coming in. There you go. Teal was not ready for this yet. He's not walled up. He could see the militia come in now, so I hope he's going to respond to this because here come the Poles. You could tell, by the way, look at the score for the Yita, it's significantly higher than everyone else, which probably means he either scouted a whole lot or he made military. And look at that. Look at that. Teal thought he walled it. It's not even walled. Ah, you gotta be kidding me, right? Freaking walls. Okay, purple took a hit on his militia. Teal trying to snipe that. He's trying to finish the mining camp, but that's not gonna go up for a while. And Teal not very happy about this. He's trying to wall out this pressure, but in the end, Purple's just going to be happy with all the damage he can do right now. A lot of idle time for sure. So Lockhart is not going to be happy about this. He's going to have to wall a whole lot. You think you have a safe island? Nope. Think again. And hopefully he's going to wall up that wall, because otherwise it's going to be very awkward. The Econo Militia, they could still technically kill a villager, although one of them is really weak, so we'll see. I don't see anyone else going for a whole lot of shenanigans. We should probably check. Let's see. Did Yellow dock? No, he didn't. So it's land aggression for him. What about Red? Also no dock. So land aggression for him as well. We got a dock from Blue. So Blue's got lots of fish now. Scout goes down for Teal. What about Green? Green docked as well. And Teal was planning on docking, I'm sure. But not anymore. No, oh, actually, what am I saying? Planning on docking. Already did dock. Very unsafe dock, though. It's in the front. If your opponent goes to the water, it's easy to deny that. That's Purple still harassing. Again, this is kind of a disaster for Teal because the walls still aren't up. There's still a hole here, and Purple can just keep this open all he wants, allowing Yellow and maybe even Purple to get some military out and go through that hole, hit Teal. So Teal must get this hole closed as fast as he can. Makes it a few lanes and miraculously actually gets into his gold and manages to house wall that off. So that's nicely done. This is important because now he can get his barracks up, his archer range out, and actually make some military to protect himself. He's also making a fire galley. However, there is no water to contest here. You know, Atletico Le Pew is not gone to water whatsoever. So the moment, right, the moment that AAOE-C scout that, you add docks, you add fish. No more farms, only fish. You know, farms later. First fish. Because if your opponent is not going to go to water, you can take all the fish in the world. You just need to patrol a little bit with some ships, making sure that they don't, right? Because you don't want to get surprised. But, yeah, that's the strategy then. You will get an equal lead as a result of that. As Teal still keeping his, trying to keep his wood line safe as much as he can. Got to say that I didn't see this much early land aggression. Yeah, kind of. Ooh, actually, some other on the other side as well. And no, there was a hole. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Blue, he thought he was walled, and Red just waltzes right in. Look at that between the wood line. Oh, he didn't check. Oh, mistake. Look, he's adding fishing ships because he knows he's fine on water now. You can even use ships to deny, to stop your opponent from going forward with military. And now he's going to have to invest in land aggression anyways. Oh, that did not go how AAOE-C had planned this. What they wanted to do is just wall up, stone wall up, go to water, win water, get fish, and basically treat this like a version of Glacier. Like that. Now, as a result of this aggression, none of that is happening. We have Green, the only one who's untouched, who's going up to the castle age with fish still safe. And the towers are starting to come up. And these are Korean towers, mind you. And Blue's going to have to yield his only gold pile. Remember what I said about having only one gold? I mean it. You get kicked off your gold, you're screwed. Like, what does Red do now? He doesn't have any gold whatsoever. He has to sell now in order to get any gold out. We finally have this rush forward going down as well. Teal still didn't wall this, so military could still get in. This is looking pretty good for Atletico Le Pew, actually. If this was 1v1, that would be a GG hole. Yep, if you're an archipelago and you don't know that your islands are connected and your opponent goes for land military while you go to water and he gets in like this, yeah, that's not good. That is very much not good. As Red's walking through the TC, trying to get into the back of the woodline here, we have Blue heavily on stone for more towers, I suppose. I think it's time to drop one, actually. As he's going to try to do that now, but that might have been a bit too late because here comes Red. He's distracted by a villager. Okay, look what you do with this, Bill. Just run up and down. No, Blue, don't pull it away. Just run up and down, distract Red because now Red goes to the tower. He's on a hill as well. Blue must get this tower up, otherwise he is dead. One villager down, two villager down. Red is loving life right now. He's like, oh yeah, Duma. Oh my god. Blue gets the tower up and in the end still loses a bunch of villagers. And Red is going to back off here. You will have to walk through TC fire. That is going to cost him some archers. Yeah, that's got to hurt. That's got to hurt. Look at that Red. That cheeky bastard. taking the gold from blue. And blue can only watch, because he can't make anything. He's going to have to make skirms, hopefully, to try to kill these archers, then rush down this tower, because it's not walled in. But still, man. Things are looking better for Teal. He's got some fire galleys on the shallows now, making it impossible for Purple to rush him. You know, so it's okay. It's looking fine for Teal now. Teal can come forward with some archers, which he had to make in order to defend himself. He's got the water. He can make all the fish in the world. We got a tower now for Purple, so yeah, I think Teal's okay here. He's okay. He can even stop this wall off as Purple is trying to scramble up the walls, but the archers do make it, and that villager is done. If Teal focuses her down, very nice. And there she goes. Boop. There you go. Now you can break through and do more damage. More archers coming in from red, and I think blue, as he's going up the castle age, I think he needs some siege here. So the first thing you do, or a castle drop. That's what he's kind of going for here, as you can see. Now, luckily for them, right? Luckily for them as a team, there is no connection on this side to the land. So red can actually hit green. And you know that that's what he's thinking about. That's what he's thinking about right now. As blue's going to try to wall him out on the other side here, so he can't get here. Although I don't think these archers can do anything, so don't give him a free Vil kill. Don't give him a free Vil kill. Okay, blue pulls it back. Very nice. There's going to be a castle drop for now, as blue commits to a tower here as well, trying to stop red from getting tower up. Red is trying to commit to a Vil fight, which is right next to blue's DC, so blue could easily garrison some units here and just stop this right now. Blue, garrison some units! These stone mining villagers that are mining really long distance. Okay, red's realizing the folly of his plan there. As wow, red actually sniping that Vil because blue just refuses to put any villages in his town center. So as a result, that villager still goes down. How about over here? We got a knight coming out now for the Pulse player. So yeah, he's going to be fine. Is he on stone? He is heavily on stone. So a castle drop is certainly in the a possibility in the future. We got yellow expanding to the mainland. I like this. Yellow's island was very safe. Expanding to the mainland to try to get some military in. But remember, look at these knights. Look what green did. He transported some knights in the back of red's base. And red has nothing in his base to protect himself. So suddenly, all your military is right here trying to stop a castle from blue that will go up, although blue, again, garrison some units. Just garrison some villagers, right? So you can kill these archers before they start killing your units here. And red's forward is completely done. Blue is still alive. He is still alive. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. And now, once these archers are no longer really going to be that much of a threat to you anymore, at that point, the fish can start to matter again. As blue can get some more fishing ships out, now that he has his gold and his wood line again, and we're okay. And red now is going to have to scramble to defend himself, trying to get this house to stay up here with the villagers. Made a spearman as well. The green reacts to that in time. Nope, he right-clicked the house, so eventually... Oh, no, he reacts. Nice. Yellow forced to send some knights in to save red, which is all good, because you want yellow to invest in as much as knights as you can, so he can't make any villagers. Because he is on 3 town centers, and green is only on 2. On 1, with fish. So eventually yellow will pull ahead here. Green. Oh, nice job actually sniping some archers for red. This is totally worth it, by the way. Kill the archers. That's good. No mass for the Korean player. And also, no castle aids for the Korean player either, because he went forward and he wasn't able to kill blue. This is all looking pretty good. We got a Polish castle eventually coming up in the middle, although he's going to have to get out to the middle first. Here come the villagers, and green could see this. Oh, if green spots that would be really nice. Oh, that is so lucky for purple. But now as a result, oh, only just walls this in. Okay, green should think, okay, why was there a hole there? Did he send something out? As said, there's actually a hole in the wall there. Yeah, purple's villagers will escape unnoticed, so I guess green's not going to get those free gains. If only he knew. Oh, but he could see it with these knights. Maybe we could get to see some kills there. We got knights trying to break in Teal's base, but Teal committing to some stone walls. Very nice. Why not? Keep yourself safe. Allow him to stay on water and make some more navy as the Byzantine player. Got knights from green. Yeah, they didn't spot that, so in the end they'll just have to keep running. So purple will get that up. We'll get some save economy, and also might get Schlachta knights, which makes your knights a lot cheaper. Alright, this early game has been pretty hectic, hasn't it? It has been pretty hectic indeed. We have green going to the middle as well, although he has to be careful because yellow has a lot of presence here already. Although green now notices that, could kill these villagers, could kill these villagers, could kill these villagers. Just passing. Okay. Okay. Well, I guess not. Okay, now the knights are needed somewhere else. Alright then. As archers are killing the knights that purple had sent there. Yellow now bringing some knights to the other side to also save purple. And yeah, yellow is definitely what's keeping his team alive right now. It's a good thing that yellow went for a greedy fast castle to get into knights. He's also booming on 4 town centers and on 77 villagers. Only 49 for green, 52 for teal, and 43 for blue. So AAOE-C, they are gaining ground, but they are going to fall behind in eco because they're not booming as much as Atletico Le Pew is. And Atletico Le Pew might not have fish, but they have a good farming economy now. And again, fish is not about long-term, like, you don't stay ahead forever with fish. At some point, your fishing economy starts to slow down. You need to get fish traps out. It's all about using that fish to kickstart your economy. You use that to kickstart your economy, you will get ahead of your opponent. That's kind of the deal. The problem is that AAOE-C, they're not really getting that kickstart right now. They're pretty all in still. They're still trying to kill their opponents with military now, which is fine. However, if that doesn't work, if they don't get that definitive kill sooner rather than later, at some point they will start to fall behind. I think their best bet right now is to try to kill red. I think that's the best way to go about it. Because red's got a pretty small army and especially a very small amount of villagers. As yellow's trying to hit green's TC, and green is waiting for some more knights and camels to commit to that. He's making camels just to basically balance out what the Sicilian players doing. Unfortunately, I have to tell you, green, that is a mistake. You do not make camels against Sicilians. You just don't. Because Sicilian knights to take 50% less bonus damage from camels, which means that the camels do essentially the same damage as a knight. Here, do the math. It's, let's see, cavalry, right, it's 9. But you cut that in half, so 4.5, which is either 5 or 4. Regardless, though, that's plus 4 then, which basically gives you the same base attack as a knight, essentially, or just over it. And that doesn't justify the fact you have less pierce armor. Now against Poles, right, it's fine, but the Sicilian knights will absolutely dominate here. This green is trying to get more mass out, but he's lucky that this is a Persian TC. That's not going to go down really easily. But look at the control that Atletico Le Pew is taking over the middle. Look how much control they have. Like, there's barely any control for AAOE-C. Which is, again, it's okay. You can still push through the middle later, but the longer you let Atletico sit in the middle, the worse it's going to get for you. We even got a transport ship. Actually, we got some navy from red trying to take out the fishing ships from blue, but blue is not happy about that. He's going to try to stop that now. Takes forever, though, because of these freaking fire ships being very slow. We got way more knights out now for yellow and for purple than green and teal. Teal is also trying to bring camels in, but again, camels, they're not going to save you. And they also like bloodlines, these, which certainly doesn't help. We have some archers there as well. That's a lot of military that Atletico Le Pew is bringing to the fore here. Let's see how this fight is going to go. The castle has to go up. This Persian castle must go up. Again, garrison some villages. I shoot the crossbows first. As look at those Sicilian knights just not dying to this. Look at that. If those had to have been any other civilization's knights, this would have been a clear up for the camels. But now Sicilians just don't take any damage. Period. Now green will eventually get this castle up, I'd say, because there's a town center right next to it. Although yellow is not. Yellow is saying, hold up a second, hold on just a second. You can't take this town center. You can't make this castle. We want to control the entire mainland. And look at that, another castle going off for the Poles, and less space remains for our AAOE-C. Yes, they got some gold to work with still, but we got some green knights raiding in the back of yellow space, but yellow's just going to garrison and be fine with that. And the Persian TC is about to go down with 15 villagers inside. They have to save the vills. Oh no, it's a massacre! Oh god! So many villagers going down. Green giving up on the castle, but all the villagers get massacred, and that is a big deal for Green, who is trying to get to the same vill count as Yellow, but he is down to 72 now. Ouch! That's gotta hurt. Hurt bad, I can tell you that much. And Atletico Le Pew, they didn't use water, and they're still winning on this side. They're still winning. Score has switched. Atletico Le Pew taking the score lead. Also more economy now than AAOE-C. Slightly more army as well, but certainly more control in the middle. And AOE-C, they are fighting for the set, because if they lose this game, they are out of the series. At Atletico Le Pew, they were down 1-0. Then they came back 1-1. Are they poised to complete a reverse sweep here? One we haven't seen today yet. A reverse sweep in which they take 2 games in a row. It is certainly possible. Well, let's see what AAOE can do to stop that from happening. We have blue going up to the Imperial Age, but we have the Persian player under siege. Yellow breaking in. Green trying to go for some stone walls. Barely keeping this up with the House Foundation. The House Foundation... Need Knights getting in. There is nothing, absolutely nothing for Green to protect them here against Sicilian Knights. Teal trying to come in with camels, but there's crossbows here as well, which is definitely a big problem. Green getting the town center up. At least there's that. Garrison. Okay, nice. Ringing the town bell. That's how bad, how strenuous is this. This fight has to be won by AAOE-C. If they cannot win this fight, it is over. But look at the Sicilian Knights absolutely refusing to die to the camels. The crossbow in a choke point, killing all Teal's camels. And in the end, Yellow will have 19 Knights left in Teal's Green space. And that is not something that Green is going to recover from. He's got 3 town centers. They're all idled. There's just no military on the field that can save AAOE-C right now. As Yellow's just going to run straight through Green's town. And they're probably looking at this and they're thinking, how in God's name is this possible? We were doing so well at the start. I can't believe it has come to this. But what does Green do? What does he do? He's got some... Teal's got some navy. That's nice. We got Blue, who is an imp. That's also nice. It's just they have no middle control. Atletico Le Pew played it well. They took all the control of the middle. The entire middle island is theirs. They got plenty of space to build, to expand to, which means if your economy gets hit at home, you don't actually lose all your economy. We had a trade cog from Teal. He made a trade cog accidentally. That wasn't intentional. He made 3 of them too. Damn. Imperial Age coming in for Teal, but Green is kind of out of the running for now. He still has 75 villagers somehow, but again, there's still lots of Sicilian Knights in this base. He's still making camels. Oh, I hate to see it. It's always a mistake to make camels against Sicilians. Heavy camels, yes. Heavy camels actually do well because they get significantly more bonus damage. But normal camels, no. They don't stand a chance against Sicilians. Because... it's basically just knight v knight, except your knights, quote-unquote, have less HP and pierce armor. Because remember, Byzantines do not get bloodlines. Persians do, still not gonna save them. We got Imperial Age coming in for Yellow, for Purple as well. They have so much control of the mainland now, and you just gotta wonder, what could AAOE-C have done to change their fate in this game? As Teal and Teal and Green finally clear up the Sicilian attack, just as Yellow has another army gathering at the gates of Green, which will be upgraded sooner rather than later. We got Blue coming to the mainland now. Blue's got trebuchets, he's got arbalest as well. Here comes Yellow trying to snap that trap. That's what he's here for. He's gonna get the trap, but he's gonna have to sacrifice some knights for that one. And yeah, nice micro there from Blue. Blue's had a pretty good game so far. He's at 62 villagers, fast imp essentially. So this better work, because he does not have the economy to do this again. Although Red has worse economy than he does, so at least it's okay. It's not like Red is, Red is not going to be able to get back into this game fairly easily either. As yeah, snipe the Ville, snipe the Ville, snipe the Ville, snipe the Ville, bam. There you go. No forward buildings for Red. None of that. Not stay too close to the castle though. Very nice. I mean, they're still maybe in it, but Teal's gonna have to keep Purple out of his economy, because if Purple gets in here, that's there's no coming back from that one. We got Heavy Camel now coming in for Byzantines. Now again, Heavy Camel is okay against Sicilian Knights, even Cavalier with Halberd, right? That's okay. Because I calculate the bonus damage suffices that. Like it's okay. You know, you actually do more damage than a regular knight would. But in castellates, camels do not do very little more damage than a normal knight would, in which case the knight is the better unit. As we have Purple though taking a knight before the Heavy Camel upgrade comes in. Oh, that's a lot of Polish knights. Super cheap because of Schlachta privileges, an upgrade that I'm sure that Purple had by now. Look at that. Camels or no camels, there's just too many Polish knights, as you can see. Not something that Teal can deal with. He's trying to get some siege up on the mainland, but it's just too late. He's just got no space to build anywhere, to start a push, to get any momentum going. The only one who has a chance at that is Blue, and it's very slow, because there's an Arbalest play, obviously. Heavy Camel just in, but there's only 4 left. And 4 Heavy Camels are not going to save you here. As Purple sends half his army to chase Teal, half the army to attack Teal's home base. Oh man. Atoll. Here you have it. And you know, the worst part is that even though Red is kind of dead, his base is still fairly safe because he stonewalled up the front. You know, he's not getting landed or anything like that. He's fine. As we have Cavalier again, sniping that trebuchet. Bam, another trebuchet down for the Japanese player. I think it might always be worth it. It might almost be worth it for Blue to just add some help here, which he's trying to do. The problem is he doesn't have any economy. He didn't go for a lot of fish. He didn't go for fish traps or anything like that. Something that he kind of should have been doing, honestly, to boom on water, because you're not being attacked by Red. As a result, he just barely has any eco to work with at this point. As he's getting all these Polish Cavalier. Of course, they have very little pierce armor because they lack the final armor upgrade. But here comes Yellow, and these are Sicilian Knights. They do have the final armor upgrade and their Cavalier in a second. Blue better keep that choke point secure because Green going for a castle now. Blue trying to back up to the castle, but he needs to keep these Arbalests alive. There's only 23 of them still, though, against fully upgraded Sicilian Cavalier. Green trying to get this castle up as well, but the Arbalest mass is completely disappearing now. What hope does AAOE-C have if their army keeps melting? As we have a castle go up for the Bulls. That castle will go up before Green's castle does. It's a doubt castle, probably. Yeah, there's no saving it now. No saving it now. The castle goes down. We got Teal taking a fight out here against Bulls. Now Heavy Camel is certainly dominating, for sure, but it's taking such a large cost. And look at that. The GG is called. And AAOE-C taps out of the game. Atletico Le Pew completes a reverse sweep, gets the 2-0. GG. Hi, man. I'm a member of a double AOE. Well. Oh, yeah. Elka Manuel. That's a long name you've got there, man. Jeez. Did you play in this set as well? As we have everyone signing off. Yeah, Blue, the last to resign here. Got the imp, but in the end, there's nothing that he can do anymore. G to the G, and Atletico Le Pew completes their reverse sweep, winning on the home map from AAOE-C, which is Atoll. Playing it excellently, should I say. Like, I mean, certainly, right, with the early aggression, remember, the early aggression against Teal and against Blue did so much damage. It certainly delayed Blue, especially. Teal, lesser so, but again, like, what did AOE want to do here? They wanted to go to water. They wanted to make some navy win water, get fish, and then boom behind walls. That didn't happen because they got denied early on. And by the time the walls finally get up, everyone else was in cast slate as well, or almost so. Now Red certainly took some damage after that. That's for sure. Especially from Green raiding it. But at that point, the game started to die down a little bit. And what happened in those crucial moments in the middle is that Atletico Le Pew went to the middle and took control. Yes, getting castles up, lots of them. And by the time that AAOE-C wanted to come to the middle, there was just no space to go. You had to sit crammed on the edge of the map, as you could see. They weren't expecting those militias at all. No, they weren't. Neither was I, honestly. I mean, have you ever heard about that? Going for a drush on a freaking water map? Well, here you see it. That's when your shallows connect your bases, and I guess you can do that. Yeah. I mean, losing the castle over here in the town center was a big deal for Green. Yeah, the military mass just wasn't there. And I think the big mistake that AAOE-C made here, at least, it's just not enough fishing ships. And also, at some point, fishing becomes very inefficient. I would just like, if you have this many fishing ships on one pond, take half, make fish traps, right? Just get some fish traps out. That's way more efficient. That way you can still boom even though you don't have as much space as your opponent. That could have still saved them. Maybe get help with the food count, get some more pop out. But in the end, you had the middle control. It was all Atletico. They had all the gold that they wanted. Maybe going to the middle would have helped double AOE-C as well. Especially since they had water control, they could always cut off reinforcement from the main islands, from using your ships, sit in the shallows, stop them from doing anything, really, essentially. Trying to take middle control then, I guess. And maybe the early imp from blue, maybe try to push red space instead of the middle, because that was really difficult. Knocking red out first. Although, I mean, in all fairness, there is no extra resources in red space anymore because red ate it all. So I understand why blue tried to go to the middle. It was just a bit too late. But man, am I happy that double AOE-C decided to pick Atoll and that we got to see this map. I'm so happy about that. It gave me some good footage for sure, for my video. And also just the sheer pleasure of being able to see the 13th map. We only have one more map to go. There's one map that we haven't seen yet. And that is Heartland. So if you feel like picking that map, I very much encourage you to do that. Because I'd like to see that map as well. Anyways, let's have a look at the statistics here. Blup, 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 blup. There we go. Yeah, good KD for blue. Certainly with the early imp Arbalest got a good KD out. The problem was he just didn't have the economy to make a whole lot of military. Like, imagine if he had 120 villagers. He could get Arbalest out and Halberdier. He would have fared a lot better, with the Halberdier holding back his opponents while the Arbalest make the kills. That would have been good. But he didn't have the eco for that, so that was impossible to go for. Yeah, and then for the rest of the economy, look at the KD for the Sicilian player. Bam, right there. Very good knight engagement, despite being up against mostly camels, remember? Again, Sicilians in Castellates don't die to camels. They don't. Camels have 0.5 more attack versus knights than normal knights would, in which case there's no reason to make camels at all. Unless you're Gurjaras, by the way. Gurjaras can do it, but for the rest, no. No. At least that's my opinion. And the reason why, because you say, oh, but the camels do the same amount of damage as knights, like a little bit more. Yes, but they don't have pierce armor. So they die much faster to arrow fire, so the knights are much better. And knights have a much higher base attack, which means if you are fighting anything but Sicilian knights, you're going to have a hard time killing it. So again, knights are much better in that case. Great economy there for yellow. Yeah, yellow definitely carrying the team for sure, while purple and red were a little bit on the back foot. But yeah, purple definitely bouncing back. Red struggling a little bit with getting the economy rolling without food, but in the end it was okay. Yeah, the economies for double AOE-C, I'm kind of looking at the food count and I'm just seeing, look at that, like much more food for yellow and for purple, and it's just because they got their farming economy rolling. And in the end, farming does beat fishing. In the end, you don't go for fish traps, that is. I was looking for a heart emote because of Heartland, but there is no regular heart here. But I did learn some new terms. I wonder what is a gender fluid person? Well, I wouldn't be able to tell you, man. I wouldn't be able to tell you. And who was the fastest player? It was red with 54 APM. Just a little bit faster than purple here. Alrighty then. Well, I would say congratulations for Atletico Le Pew for completing a reverse sweep. Always impressive to do that. And of course, good luck next time for double AOE-C. They got so close. But in the end, they will have to say, give the victory to their opponents. There's no dishonor in that for sure. Anyways, GG.